Testing, testing. You hear me?
I do. Test.
I cannot hear myself,
you do not
so
hear
we know
yourself.
what the issue is.
It's going to be this right here.
And
Whichever one of those it is. It'll be
pull it
right
back.
there.
Right
testing,
about
testing,
right
testing.
there.
Once again, we're just testing mics, trying to get everything set up here. We're doing some sound checking.
1, 2, 3. Pecos, Eunice.
Hearing on your
I
end.
heard you hear me loud and clear as well.
Oh my goodness. I was trying to
1,
get
2,
to the
1, 2, 3, 4.
hubsamerica.com, and for some reason I went to Hub Schools.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
One of them days, brother.
I'm telling you. So we're just testing mics here. Microphone check. Test, test, test. Sounds good on my end.
Oh, and I just cut out.
Oh, did you?
Yes, sir. Get it better. Right there. Here you go. IPS, R360, XL Energy.
Yeah, so we'll
1,
get
2.
a little bit of testing going
3, 4.
here. It's showing that that we have not started yet, which is okay. We're showing 3 lights on the box, but we're testing microphones. Microphone check 1, 2, 1, 2.
1, 2. Foul, inbounds, out of bounds. Jones, Maureen,
Still
Garrett,
testing, still
Garrett.
testing.
Reese, Sanchez, Gonzalez, and Ortega, Lujan, the alligator Gonzalez, huh?
That's what I was going to call him. Then they changed my plan.
Okay. Pecos, New Mexico. Gotta make sure we throw that in there, right?
Yep. Yeah, because there are some people who assumed that we were playing Pecos, Texas, and couldn't quite figure out why we were playing Pecos, Texas in the New Mexico State basketball tournament. A lot of folks around here didn't realize there was a Pecos, New Mexico. And all I can say is you must not be basketball followers, because the Pecos boys basketball program
Is very good.
over the last decade, I think they've won 5, 6 state championships in the last 10 years.
That's their own dynasty, correct?
Yes, it is. Their boys basketball program is the real deal. I'm going to listen to the replay here on Hobbs America, and we'll get started shortly. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Knollmark Broadcasting's coverage of New Mexico Activities Association 2A Girls State Basketball Tournament action. Tonight we are live here in legendary Joe Langston Gymnasium in Eunice, New Mexico. I'm Jimmy Jones alongside Rosendo Caballero.
Hello, hello.
And we've got Charlie, the main man, over on the camera today. So he's giving you that thumbs up. We're all present. We got the gang in full effect tonight. The 18-5, number 3 state ranked, number 3 state tournament seeded Eunice Lady Cardinals, who were the regular season and tournament champions of District 4 2A, will host the number 14 seed and number 11 state ranked Pecos Lady Panthers out of District 6 2A. Pecos is 13-14 on the season. They ended up district runner-up in the District 6 2A tournament. Eunice enters this game on an 11-game winning streak that began in early January. They have 3 wins during that time over top 10 ranked teams. They are young, but they have really improved and grown as a team as the season has progressed. For Eunice, they struggled early this season due to COVID, other illnesses, few injuries and some other issues. Every loss that they have this season came when they were missing at least one starter, and in most of those, they were missing at least two starters. For Pecos, New Mexico, that is, not Pecos,
Yes, New
Texas,
Mexico.
for those of you down here in the southeast part of the state. For Pecos, this team has played one crazy tough schedule. Don't let their record fool you. They have played New Mexico large school powerhouse Gallup. I got the Whites calling me, Lynn and Tanya White. I'm sorry I can't answer. I am on the broadcast, so if somebody knows them, I'm sure they're asking how they can listen or watch this game. Somebody call them and tell them. For Pecos, once again, they have played powerhouse schools like Gallup. They've played Navajo Prep, another girls basketball program in a larger class. They played Hope Christian, a very prominent girls basketball private school powerhouse out of Albuquerque. They've played Taos and Sandia Prep, both larger schools with tough girls basketball programs. They've also played in one of the most powerful girls basketball districts historically in New Mexico. They've beat Texaco multiple times. They have wins over top 10 2A teams, including the number 4 seed Peñasco. They have a top 10 win over top 10 ranked Santa Rosa and top 10 ranked Mesa Vista. This Pecos team also won last year's state girls basketball championship. They were undefeated state champs last season in 2A girls basketball. They have multiple kids on this roster who played a significant role in that state championship run 1 year ago. Make no mistake about it. This is not a typical number 14 seed entering into a state tournament. This Pecos team is tough, and they can play some basketball. For the season, Eunice has been led by freshman Alina Rodriguez. The freshman has had a record-setting type season. Rodriguez currently has 305 points on the season. To put that in comparison, Jada Jones, one of the Eunice all-time greats, had 291 points her freshman year, and Araya Mendoza had 349 points her freshman year. Rodriguez sits right in between those two right now in total points for a freshman season. Two Eunice greats, like I said, she's sitting right between them. One big difference, Rodriguez is a three-point shooting machine with 57 three-pointers on the season. She's chasing the all-time Eunice record of three-pointers made in a season set by Gabby Sanchez with 59. She's 2 threes away from tying that record. She's the top three-point shooter in 2A girls basketball and top 10 in the entire state, all classes. Rodriguez is averaging 13.3 points per game. Chloe Jones is a sophomore on this team. She is second in scoring. She's got 206 points on the season. She's averaging right at 10 points per game. She leads the team in assists with 79. The sophomore currently is in the top 20 in assists for the entire state. Chloe also leads this team with 127 steals on the season. She is currently number 1 in the entire state, all classes in steals. She's also chasing Araya Mendoza, who had 133 her sophomore year. Chloe needs 6 to catch Araya, who sits on the NMAA all-time list, I believe at number 7. For the record, Chloe's big sister has the NMAA all-time record with 196 in a season. She also leads the team in free throws attempted and free throws made. Caitlin Parsons leads this team in overall rebounds this season. In only 17 games, she has grabbed 176 rebounds and is averaging over 10 points per game. The sophomore is having a great season. She is averaging more rebounds than either Mendoza or Jones did during their sophomore seasons. She's also very comparable to Jones and Clarissa Fight, in blocks per game. She is also averaging right at 10 points per game and having a great season for the 6'1 sophomore. Senior Denise Rangel's averaging 7 points per game and over 5 rebounds. She's also second on the team in steals. She may be the best on-ball defender for this team. She's fast, she's athletic, and she can really make some things happen, especially when she's kind of in that groove. Bella Garrett is another senior starter. She rebounds the ball really well, plays great defense. She's averaging 5 points, 5 rebounds a game. McKenna McBee is averaging 5 points per game. She is Vanessa McBee and head coach Gary Frazier. Frazier was the longtime Eunice baseball coach turned principal, retired, and now he's back at the helm of girls basketball. Ashley Rangel is another senior that's on this team, and I tell people all the time that she may be the happiest, biggest cheerleader this group's ever got. We appreciate Ashley. She's had some good games this season as well. For Pecos, they are led by senior Savannah Ortiz, who is averaging right at 9 points per game and over 5 rebounds per game. She also grabs about 4 steals per game. And I'm probably going to butcher this name, and if so, I apologize to my Pecos peeps. Natalia Stout is a strong freshman for Pecos. She leads the team in multiple categories. She's averaging over 12 points per game. Looking at Max Preps, it looks like she played varsity basketball last year as an 8th grader. She averaged over 7 points per game on an undefeated state championship team last year as an 8th grader, so pretty impressive. She's also averaging almost 6 rebounds per game and nearly 7 steals per game. Junior Christina Ragland is another bright spot for the Panthers, or Lady Panthers. She's chipping in over 6 points per game. Pecos is coached by Brian Gonzalez. Eunice is averaging almost 50 points per game, while Pecos is averaging right at 40. Eunice gives up about 35 points per game, while Pecos gives up about 44. So pretty close in overall general numbers. On paper, tonight's game should be a great matchup. As I've done so many times, I kind of put my keys to success for the Lady Cardinals. I believe the key, once again here today, is going to be turnovers. If Eunice can limit turnovers, they have a great chance to be successful tonight. One other issue, the elephant in the room, is foul trouble. For Eunice to be successful tonight, the main players on this Eunice team have got to avoid foul trouble at all costs. It is a must. We must be able to keep those starters out of foul trouble, allow them to go to the bench for breaks or whatever, not have to send them to the bench because they're in foul trouble.
Good point right there. And like how you started off the broadcast was saying, you know what, this is not a regular team. Even though the record doesn't show it, you just said it, they were undefeated last year. So it's going to be a tough matchup for the Lady Cardinals, which I think the Lady Cardinals are prepped for it and ready for it. But once again, we reiterate what you said. We got to be careful on the fouls and be careful with the ball.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting game. Like I said, this Pecos team is battle tested, undefeated state champions, district champions, state tournament champions last year. Just haven't had quite the season they had the year before, but they've got a lot of their kids back. So looking through the numbers and the
4
stats,
seniors.
Yeah, they've got, and like I said, the freshman this year was an 8th grader last year who played big minutes and scored a lot of points for that team. She's back, and she's their leading scorer and just almost leading in every category.
So it's going to be a tough matchup here in Eunice tonight. So,
yeah, I believe, I may be wrong, and somebody can sure correct me if I am, but I believe the Pecos boys play tomorrow, and so that's probably going to hurt Pecos' attendance. As I look across over there, I don't see a real big Pecos crowd. It's a long ways to Pecos.
Oh, it is. Pecos, New Mexico. It sure is all the way down here, down south. The boys, I believe they play JAL, correct?
Pecos boys? I don't know.
Oh, no, who does JAL play?
Yeah, I don't know that.
So that being said, starting off, we have some sponsors tonight. This game is brought to you by Parker Energy Service, BTH Service and Rentals, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Herrera Oilfield, City of Eunice, Zia Auto Shop, Redbird Gas, IPS, R360, XL Energy, and
we've
Lotus Construction.
Got a few different ones. You know, Herrera's Oilfield is a new one that has jumped on here with us. We appreciate Carlos and his group. And then we've got a few Hobbs area sponsors with IPS, Lasco, R360, and XL. You know, a lot of times I know Lasco typically jumps in on the sponsors when we get to state tournament time. So I'm going to step off for just a second so I can answer this phone call because they keep calling. So
yeah, so we got about 5 minutes and 28 seconds, and the stands are starting to fill up. We're calling it the Red Storm out here. So if you have a red shirt, red blouse, red scarf, wear it out here to the game, and and support your Eunice Cardinals. See how everything's going out here. And right now it's getting filled up, Mr. Jones, as you can see out there.
Got a good crowd already on the Eunice sideline. They're doing the Red Storm today, so trying to get a lot of folks wearing red in attendance. And as I look around the arena, most of them, Robbie forgot her red, but that's okay. She's the AD. She don't need to wear red in the Red Storm. But anyway, it looks like most everybody else has their red on and excited about the game.
Yes, sir. Everybody's really, really excited. You see how different faces on the stands. So once again, come out here and enjoy the game. And most important, support your Lady Cards.
Hey, I just got a message from Renee Cervantes down in Jow. He said they play Clayton tomorrow.
I apologize, Clayton.
So they'll be playing Clayton tomorrow, and they'll be getting after it tomorrow, and we wish them the best of luck. You know, Renee and I were visiting through text message a little earlier today, and you know, the one neat thing about this area is we may cheer against each other all year long in our districts and that sort of thing, but usually when we get to state tournament action, I know that you won't find a bigger Jow Panther fan than me when they're playing the state tournament. I was rooting them all the way to the championship last year, and you know, like I said, it's a rivalry thing, but at the same time, you know, most all of us work together. We've got, you know, like families that live down there, live up here, intermingled in so many ways that makes for a great rivalry. But yet at the same time, when Southern Lee County decides they want to come together, they are pretty tough, and you know, so best of luck to them. Hobbs is also playing tonight. The Hobbs girls, I believe they ended up with the number 2 seed in 5A girls basketball. Can't remember who they play. Somebody will probably tell me on here as well, but they do play tonight as well. Tatum was playing as well, and they're on the road, I think at Mesa Vista, but I'm not 100% certain on that. I've been in a jury trial all day long, so normally when I have a little spare time to sit around and do some extra research, I do. Today I didn't have that spare time.
Today you had to work for a living, correct?
Yeah, I was messaging Rosendo and Charlie about 4 o'clock saying, hey, look, the jury's still deliberating. You may have to come get the radio equipment and get things started. It may be midnight before I get out of here, but anyway,
but you made it on time, which is good.
We're here, and here we go. So, you know, both teams are out here warming up. There's less than 3 minutes on the clock. Like I said, there's a lot of people in the bleachers that I hadn't seen at a basketball game in years. So pretty impressive crowd here for the Eunice sideline.
Very, very impressive. With that being said, we give a shout out to Redbird Gas, City of Eunice, The Auto Shop, Herrera's Oil Field, Eunice Public Schools, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Pump and Supply, BTH Service and Rentals, Parker Energy Service, IPS, Lasco Construction, R360, and XL Energy. Thank you for sponsoring these games we bring to you tonight. Please enjoy it. And anybody else have to listen to us, turn it up and enjoy the game as much as possible.
Yeah, so for those of you at home, Rosendo, he's got a black shirt on, and so Charlie was giving him a hard time while he was talking there, trying to get him shook up a little bit. But I asked Rosendo when he got here, I said, hey, you know, you don't have the shirt on, and he said, hey, I'm superstitious. And he said, I've been wearing a black shirt for all these victories that the Cardinals have been pulling off, so I wore my black shirt.
If they want to change that, we got to do as much as possible to win. So, that being said, man.
Yeah, so anyway, it's my phone has rang off the hook all day, messages all day, asking about the announcing from the score table, and I want to touch on that, not to stir up any trouble. I just wanted to let everybody know that the NMAA sent some instructions to the school, and because of that, the school administration decided not to have me do the intros, and a lot of people upset about it. I wasn't very happy about it, but at the same time, it was a rule that they got from the NMAA, and so although I don't always agree with everything, I will say that they made the decision based off the rules that they got sent down. And I'll leave it at that. And so with that said, we wish Tracy the best. She's going to do that stuff that I usually do. In fact, she's getting ready to get started now.
Announce all the MMA rules and go through all that. And there she is. Yeah. So we got less than 40 seconds to tip off this game, so here we are. Yeah,
just got another message saying Tatum is playing in Manal, and they were up early. They are the 9 seed. And Manal's the 8th seed, so they're up on the 8th seed right now is what I'm being told. Don't know the scores, but anybody gets those or any other Lee County scores that anybody wants to relay to me, shoot me a message. I'll do my best to try to get them and keep them going.
Into the game.
Yep.
Oh, they're already announcing, huh?
Yeah, they are
noticed
announcing the two teams right now.
Starting off with Pecos, of course.
Yep. Yeah, for Pecos, and I'm going to try not to butcher your teams, and I apologize if I do. They've got number 1, Natalia Stout. Number 3, Mariah Ruiz. Number 5, Christina Raglan. Number 10, Linda Sanchez. Number 11, Alyssa Alcaraz. Number 12, Estrella Gonzalez. Number 13, Analia Armillo. Number 21, Larcia Sina. Number 22, Savannah Ortiz. Number 23, Dominique Salinas. And then there's also an Ashley Lujan, Aaliyah Ortiz that are listed on there with no numbers. So I pulled that straight off Max Preps yesterday. Head coach, Brian Gonzalez. Assistant coach, Lawrence Raglan. For the Cardinals, they've got number 0, Denise Rangel. Number 1, Chloe Jones. Number 2, Alondra Maureen. Number 11, Isabella Garrett. Number 14, McKenna McBee. Number 20, Alina Rodriguez. Number 23, Jasmine Martinez. Number 30, Aubrey Haller. Number 45, Ashley Castillo. Number 10, Caitlin Parsons. Number 3, Kiki Parker. Head coach, Gary Frazier. Assistant coach, Vanessa McBee.
Good job there, Mrs. Jones, announcing both teams for tonight. So I'm going to take a quick shout out to our sponsors as it gets for louder and louder. So we give a shout out to Exo Energy, R360, Lasso Construction, IPS, Parker Energy Service, BTH Service and Rentals, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Herrera's Oil Field, City of Eunice, Zia Auto Shop, and Redbird Gas. Once again, thank you for sponsoring this event and letting it possible go out through the whole Lee County, I believe. So,
and they're still announcing the Cardinals, and so like I said, we've got a great crowd here tonight, probably as good if not better than any crowd we've had all year. So thanks for everyone coming out. We appreciate all of you that couldn't make it back home listening. They're now announcing the starters.
So it looks like Denise is going to be starting for the Eunice Cardinals. Chloe Jones is going to be starting for the Eunice Cardinals. And Caitlin Carson is going to be starting as well, number 10. And number 11, Bella Garrett is going to be starting for the Eunice Cardinals. And number 20, Alina Rodriguez will be starting for the Eunice Cardinals. And once again, you a little nervous? You want to enjoy the game tonight, sir?
Yeah, I'm going to try. That's what. I'm going to let you do most of the
You're welcome
talking,
to chime in when you need to.
I'll do my my normal little chime-ins because I'm sure being a dad of one of the young ladies out there, it'll be a little tough for me. They're getting ready to play the national anthem, so we will leave our mics on, and we'll just get silent as they do the national anthem.
That's pretty cool. The music cut out and all the kids are singing. As I look across at the visitors side, I believe we have some JOW players out there here supporting the Eunice Lady Cards.
Looks like we got a pretty big group of JOW folks here in attendance. At least some JOW kiddos over there on their side.
Too bad none of them are wearing red. I see a red hat over there. That's about it.
Yeah, a couple of red hats. Those may be the Jefe's hats, so that may be some Eunice company folk.
Yes, sir. So here we go. Number 22 is going to start off, of course, Savannah Ortega. Number 23, Dominic is going to start out for Pecos, New Mexico. Is that number 3 over there? Reese?
Yes, I believe so.
And I can't see these other 2 over here.
23.
I got her a minute ago. Dominic. And number 5?
That sounds good.
Kristen. And I can either one. So here we go. Eunice wins the tip. Parson tips over to Rangel. Passes over to Jones. Quick pass to Rodriguez for a quick 3. And hits nothing but the backward rebound by Parson. Goes back up, misses the first layup, but gets her own rebound and makes the second one. The score is 2-0. Eunice will come out with the full court press. But Pecos breaks the press like if nobody was there. 22 has the ball for them. They give it to number 5, Kristen, for Pecos. Down to 22, makes a nice move, but she is blocked by Rodriguez. A clean block and rebound by Jones. Jones dribbles up, stops, give it back to Rodriguez. Back to Jones, slows down a little bit as she drives forward. She beats her man, kicks it out to Rodriguez. To Rangel. She dribbles back out to Jones. Back to Rodriguez. Rodriguez thought about 3. They dump it down the belly. Nice quick shot, misses it, and Pecos comes down with the rebound. Pecos dribbles it down, number 1 for Pecos. Natalie, the freshman, she dribbles it out. Look, Nelly has it right now, number 1. Down to 23. They dump it down to number 3 for Pecos. She picks up a dribble, throws it out to 22, which is Ortega. Picks up a dribble, being guarded by Eunice. They look at top of the key. They throw it over to number 3 for Pecos. Nothing. Back to 5. And back to Natalie. Down to 22. Ortega. She makes a nice move, but the ball is stolen. But they're going to call it a jump ball. That's a nice job by Chloe Jones. When that ball came down to her height, she grabbed it and stole it, but they called it a jump ball.
Yeah,
but the ball's going to stay on this side.
Yeah, the jump ball, because Pecos won the tip. They'll have the arrow.
Yeah, my mic's cutting in and out, so bear with me, gentlemen. So Pecos throws it in. Ortiz throws a deep 3, missed. Rebounded by Rodriguez, hands it off to Jones. Jones goes up to the middle of the court, dribbles around her player, dribbles again, kicks it out to Rangel, shoots an awkward 3, misses everything, and nobody was there to rebound. But number 22 for Pecos gets it. That's not a real traditional shot from that player.
That's not her cup of tea, throwing 3s from the corner.
So number 5 dribbles it down, give it over to number 1. Natalie down to 23 for Pecos. Back to 1 to Natalie. Throws it out to number 5. Back to Natalie. She makes a nice move. Dribble drives, nothing. Back it up to number 5. They dump it out, but Rodriguez jumps in the passing and gets a steal. Throws it forward to Jones. Has a hard time handling the ball, and the ball is going to be out of bounds on Pecos, and it's going to be Eunice's ball on the left-hand side.
Yeah, they tried to get that out in transition. It got deflected by a Pecos player. Jones and the Pecos player both going for it. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be Eunice ball.
So Rodriguez throws in to Jones. Jones being the top of the key. She looks. Oh, makes a nice crossover. Throws it in, but 22 kicks it out of bounds. Oh, taps it out of bounds.
Yeah,
that was Ortiz.
We got to get somebody into that middle right there and that high post area.
So the ball's entered to Denise Rangel from Rodriguez to Jones. Jones on to Parson. Parson puts the ball down. It's slapped out of her hands, and he goes out of bounds. But the ball's still going to stay underneath here, underneath the basket for the Eunice Lady Cardinals. And I agree with you 100% wholeheartedly what you said about putting somebody right there in that red paint.
Yep.
So Rodriguez is going to throw it in. Pass out to Jones, top of the key. She makes a nice move. Dribble drives back, start Rodriguez. Another 3. She shoots. Bang. Nothing but the bottom of the net. So Eunice is going to continue pressing the full court press, but Pecos gets the ball in nice and quick. So the score is 5-0 here with 5 minutes and 42 seconds left. Pecos has the ball on top of the key. Number 5 has it. Tries to force the ball underneath, but she misses. But the ball ends up in the hands of 22. She misses, but rebound by Parson. Parson gives it to Denise Rangel. Denise passes it to Chloe Jones. Jones quick back to Rodriguez. Down the Gary misses a easy layup. She hit it off the glass, but rebound by Rangel. Out to Jones. Jones to Rodriguez. Rodriguez started by 3. Dumps it down to Garrett. Garrett tried to force the ball in, but the ball was tapped out of bounds by a Pecos player, but she tried to save it. Yeah. Don't know why and how come, but she's playing hard.
Sometimes the hype and everything going on gets you to do things that you wouldn't normally do. She jumped out to save that ball, and it was out off Pecos.
She tried just too many passes right there.
5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter.
Pecos has the ball. Number 5 brings it down. They dump it out to number 1. Number 1 throws it down to Ortiz. Ortiz went up, and she walked. As she went up, she was partially blocked by Garrett, and she came right back down. So the score is 5-0 still in the first quarter. 5 minutes and 5 seconds left.
There you go. Now we've got Parsons up there in that middle area that I was talking about.
And Jones brings the ball down. She makes a nice move. Kicks it out to Denise. Denise throws it down to Parson real quick. Makes a nice spin move off the back of the rim, but goes in for Eunice. So quick 7 points to 0 here for the Eunice Lady Cards.
Yeah, Caitlin Parsons with a nice little up and under, and it rattles around and goes in.
It was beautiful. I would agree.
4:40 remaining here in the first quarter. It's 7-0.
So Pecos brings the ball down. Number 5 has it for Pecos at the top of the key. She dribbles to the right, looks a little bit, dribbles again. Good defense by the Eunice Ladies Cardinals. She throws it out to number 1. High pass, she shoots, and she is blocked by Denise. Rebounded by Rodriguez, but she stepped out of bounds, and she made a spin move to cut free. So the ball's going to be Pecos underneath the basket.
Yeah,
number 1, that's Natalie.
Yeah, so good rebound there on the short shot, but ball rattled around.
So they give it to Ortiz. She misses, kicks it out to number 1, Natalie again, and shoots a deep 3 back of the rim, and once again rebounded by Rodriguez. They're all over her. She breaks a few ankles, dribbles the ball down. Look for Jones, hands it off to Jones. Jones dribble drives all the way down, throws up a little floater, hits the back of the basket, and goes in. The bank is open, and that being said, it's 9-0, and Pecos calls a timeout.
Yeah, Chloe Jones with the bank right there, drives through the middle, throws it off the glass. It's 9-0, 4 minutes remaining here in the first quarter, and Pecos takes a timeout.
Shout out to our sponsors, Parker Energy Service, BTH Service and Rentals, Eunice Pump and Supply, IPS, Lasco Construction, R360, XL Energy, Eunice Health Clinics, Eunice Pump and Supply, Harriers Oil Field, City of Eunice, Z Auto Shop, and Redbird Gas. Those are our proud sponsors of this game tonight. So, good job by the young ladies right now, by the Lady Cardinals, taking care of the ball, playing great defense. And earlier when they bring the ball in, they're having a full court press. Right now they went back. So,
I agree.
Pecos did not expect this. They're surprised.
So here comes Pecos to throw the ball in. 4:07 on the clock in the first quarter. It's 9-0.
So number 3 for Pecos brings the ball down. Reese. She picks up a dribble, throws it out to number 1, Natalie. Natalie looks down underneath to Ortiz, and she misses, but she is blocked by Parson on her second attempt. So she missed a wide open layup and got her own rebound. She went back up, and Parson came in. It was a partial block, but she hit her hand and she went back.
They
She's
called that foul on Bella Garrett.
Oh, Bella Garrett, but Parson.
Yeah.
That young lady has an awkward free throw, and she uses it the whole time, don't she?
Yeah.
She shoots and she makes nothing but the bottom of the net. So that's her first point for Pecos, New Mexico.
Is that 22?
Yes, sir, 22 or Ortiz.
Yep.
So Eunice crowd is making a lot of noise, which is hardly ever heard or seen out here. So she shoots, makes her second one, and she took almost all 9 seconds of it.
Yeah,
so
definitely an interesting free throw technique there.
So the score is 9-2. Chloe brings the ball down, throws it down to Parson, makes a strong move, shoots it up, and she's fouled as she goes up. I like when she does that quick spin move and attacks the basket.
Man, that's nice right there, and that's hard to stop. When you've got a 6'1" young lady that does a little spin move, goes between the defense, and attacks the basket, what do you do with that? I mean, that's
she has
tough.
Quick, nice feet, quick hands. So she shoots her first and hits the back of the rim. And that shot was brought to you by IPS, R360, and XL Energy.
Yeah, she misses that first one. She'll have another here. 3:46 remaining in quarter number 1. It's 9-2. The Cardinals in the lead.
Shoots her second one, and that's nothing but the bottom of the net. So she went 1 for 1. Number 11's in the game. For Pecos, she throws over number 1, Natalie. Back to number 11. She's thinking about it. Back over to Ortiz. Ortiz makes a couple of dribbles. Back over to number 11, way out there, number 1. She tries to force the ball down to 22. Those two like playing catch with each other.
Yep.
22 can move without the ball out, Ortiz. So they threw it out of bounds. That's a turnover on the Pecos. So Eunice is going to get the ball back. Rodriguez throws it in to Jones. They pick her up on the other side of the timeline. She's lost her dribble, but she gets her own rebound. Throws it over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez, she threw it over back to Jones, but Jones has already crossed the line. But the ref said it was backcourt.
No, she had her feet in. That's wrong.
So that's a turnover. That's the first turnover of the game for the Lady Cardinals, which is pretty good. With 3 minutes and 19 seconds left, the Panthers have the ball. Pecos, I believe, throws it out to number 1. Natalie draws an excellent, nice Euro step, throws it up, misses, and rebound by Parson. Parson kicks it out to Rangel. She turns and burns all the way down the right-hand side, goes up for a nice layup.
Nice.
Nothing but money.
Nice. That's her cup of tea right there. That's what she does best.
Out
turn and burn.
Turn and burn. So the score is 12-2. 2 minutes and 55 seconds left in the first quarter. Eunice leads. Pecos has the ball. They throw down the ball to number 23.
No!
And they're going to call a quick foul on number 10 for Eunice. If I'm not mistaken, earlier it was, they said number 10. So that foul's on Dominic for the Pecos player. She's going to the free throw. I think our player was straight up, but.
Yeah, it looked like it to me. So they'll go to the free throw line to shoot a couple. There's the first one, and it is no good.
As our camera guy said, the ball don't lie.
Yep.
So that shot was brought to you by BTH Service and Rentals, Parker Energy Service, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic. And here she goes for the second one. Dominic gets ready, shoots, looks, and banks it off the backboard, I guess. It's called a bank. It goes in, so 1 for 2. 12 to 3.
12 to 3.
Jones brings up the ball. She throws it over to, try to throw it over to Rodriguez, but 22 jumps the passing lane.
You got to, when they're in this half-court trap with a single top, you can't dribble right up the middle because that's where they want you. You got to get too wide. You need to be in a two-guard top to beat that down low.
Okay.
There's a nice.
So
play by
Rodriguez
Bella.
threw the ball in down all the way to Bella from the inbound play and made a nice quick layup. Too quick for me to look at and announce it, but we got it in. So Pecos has the ball by 23. They have like a spool move out there or something. I don't know.
She walked.
Yep, and it wasn't no call. So number 1 has an alley, makes a nice move, but she stopped. Back out to number 5, Reese. Back out to number 11. Back to 5, Reese. Back to Natalie. She shoots a 3, and she makes that with Bello in her face. So it's 14-6 here in the first quarter with 2 minutes left. Jones brings up the ball, throws it over to Rodriguez. Back to Jones. Jones dribble drives, wide open layup. She goes up, and misses it, but Bello got the rebound. Goes back up, misses. Barson gets it, goes back up, misses, goes back up again, and she misses her third one. As she was hit, but no foul was called.
Man, we missed 4 right under the basket.
And Eunice had their head down when they're running back, and number 22 was running full speed for Pecos, and Natalie gives it to her.
Got to get in the two-guard top here.
Score is 14-8, first quarter. Yeah, Jones gives it to Rodriguez. Rodriguez dribble drives, throws up a little floater, hits the front of the rim, rebounded by Pecos. Outlets real quick to Ortiz. She puts the ball down the court. She dribbles all the way down the right-hand side. She comes to the jump stop, gives it to 23. Back out to Natalie. Natalie likes shooting at 3, hits it. It's too hard. Rebounded by Jones. Eunice looks a little fatigued. So Jones brings back the ball. Nice move on top of the key. They're trying to trap her, but the ball gets away, ends up in Parsons' hand. She dumps it off to Bella.
Gosh.
Bella misses an easy layup, but
and she went down holding
and
a
we
knee.
have a hurt player for the Eunice team.
Oh no!
And it's number 10 Parson, as one of the Pecos players came down and took her out.
Yeah.
And she's on the floor.
Knees, and she's grabbing at a knee and looks in pain.
And the crowd
Not
is very
good.
quiet here in the stadium.
Not good for the Lady Cardinals. That's a huge piece of this Lady Cardinals team.
And I don't know how the Pecos
I don't know how
fell.
but I don't know how there's no call down there. She has the right to her space. She can go up and shoot, and if somebody takes her out, whether they're on the ground or in the air or whatever, that's a foul, and there's no call there. So anyway, 1:08 remaining here in quarter number 1. We've got an injured player there tending to a left knee on Caitlin Parsons, the 6'1" post for the Lady Cardinals.
And they're touching her. Is that her left?
Left knee. So I want to make sure we shout out to some sponsors: Parker Energy Services, Brett and Penny Parker, BTH Services and Rental, Chad Howler, Eunice Pump and Supply, Becky Nogelmeyer, Brandon Matthews and crew, Eunice Health Clinic, Leanne Reeves, Brian, Nikki, Elma, Yaren, Yadi, and all the gang. The Eunice Public Schools, Dwayne Haynes, Cynthia Sims, Rosendo, Matt Coy, Kenny Reed, Miss Hahn, David Gallegos and the staff, Herrera's Oil Field, Carlos Herrera and the gang, the City of Eunice, Zia Auto Shop, and the Whitmire family, Redbird Gas, Bart Parker. We've also got some new sponsors specifically for this game: IPS, Lasco Construction, R360, and XL Energy. Thank you, folks, for sponsoring and making these broadcasts possible. Parsons is still down, and
the good sign, she was moving her knee and moving it. She got up on her own. Well, she's kind of favoring it a little bit, so she's going to walk to the bench on her own will, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, I sure hope so. Ryan Mendoza, in the first quarter of a Tularosa game, limped to the bench like that, told me she was fine, put her back in the third quarter. She wasn't fine, and anyway, those knees always scare me.
So that being said, they had some substitution. Kiki Parker comes into the game, and so does McBee, Kenna McBee. It's going to be Eunice's ball underneath the basket. They throw it in. Bella throws it into to Denise. Out to Jones. Jones dribble drives. They're going to call a quick foul on a Pecos player number 1, I hope. It sure is a number 1 on Natalie. That is their freshman female. So Eunice going to throw a ball again underneath their own basket. They threw it out to McBee. McBee kind of dribble drives, throws it out to Jones. Jones throws it over to Bella. Bella was not inspecting it. You can get it. You can get it.
Get it.
And they're calling it backcourt. I thought they tipped it out of Bella's hands, but
I did too. But no matter what it is, you still got to go pick it up.
because a Pecos player can come and run in and get it over for a layup.
They get a layup.
So we got 56 seconds left, 14-8.
But you know, that's some more of that stuff that they've got to get that instruction.
Got to bring it to him. So
Yep.
Pecos has the ball here. They throw it to number 22, but Denise comes up with the steal, and she is tripped as she goes for a breakaway. And that's something that Northern players play like that a lot. So Denise is hit as she was going in for a turn and burn move. So it's going to be Eunice's ball over here on the left-hand side. McBee's going to throw it in. I cannot see. To Jones. Jones gets the ball out to Denise with 45 seconds. Slip back to Jones, but 22 jumps in the pass lane, goes in for a layup. She misses, but Jones is there. She goes for a layup, and she is quickly fouled.
We've got to get out of that one-guard top. They're in a one-guard top trap, and we're in a one-guard top, so we're right there with them. We've got to get into a two-guard top. See how they got one guard up here? So this creates problems. If you just split these two, now that goes away.
Okay. So Jones gets the ball. She
got to get out of the middle.
Passes over to Rangel. Rangel back to Jones. Back to Bella. Bella looks around, throws it, tries to throw it to McBee, but overthrows it. That's what, 4?
Man,
that's 3 quick turnovers?
Bunch of turnovers over the last couple of minutes.
Last couple of seconds.
Yep.
So 24 seconds left, 14-8. Pecos has the ball again. They dribble down. Gives it out to Ortiz, number 22. She looks as somebody cuts. She gives it back to 11. Back to number 5, Reese. Back to number 10. She just checked in the game, Sanchez. Over to number 5 to 23. Back to 11. She looks. Nobody's there. Back up to the top of the key to number 10. Sanchez, she misses, but rebound by Kiki Parker. They get it out to Jones. And Jones dribbles over, and the time has expired for the first quarter. End of the first quarter. The score is 14-8. The big news in the first quarter, Carson went down with a hurt knee. So
she went to the table. I'm thinking she's
in?
checking in. I sure hope that knee's okay. You know, in that first quarter for Pecos, Natalie Stout with 3, Ortiz with 2, Salinas with 1. On the Eunice side, you got Rangel with 2, Jones with 2, Isabella Garrett with 2, Alina Rodriguez with 3, Caitlin Parsons with 3.
So that being said, we'll give a shout out to our sponsors: Parker Energy Service, BTH Service Rentals, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Herrera's Oil Field, City of Eunice, The Auto Shop, Redbird Gas, IPS, Lasco Construction, R360, and XL Energy. Those are your proud sponsors of this game tonight.
Yeah, so Pecos is already back out on the floor. The one adjustment I would like to see us make is up here against this half-court trap that they're in.
Paint the picture to the audience who's listening.
Yeah, so and they've adjusted now. I think they're in something different.
The Pecos defense?
No, they're in the same thing. It's just basically a 1-1-3, and they're matching up out of it.
So the ball is thrown in by McBee to Rangel. Rangel throws it out back to McBee, and she shoots a 3, missed, but it's rebounded by Rodriguez. She kicks it out to McBee, hands it back out to Carson. Carson does a quick turnaround, little 20-footer, makes it look easy as she trots back. So the score is 16-8 here, beginning the second quarter. Pecos brings the ball down. Number 1 has it, throws a quick pass across, but McBee jumped in the pass lane, but Pecos came back with the ball. Number 5 has it. They gave it over to number 3. As she cuts in the lane, she misses the ball, but it comes off a Eunice player, Reese.
Yeah, so with 7:27 remaining here in the first half of the second quarter, it's 16-8. Eunice in the lead.
So Jones is back in the game as Denise comes out. So it's, oh man, oh, nice block. They get the ball in number 3, but Parson jumps out of nowhere and blocks it. And the ball is loose, and Pecos comes away with it. They throw the ball down, and it's a turnover by Pecos. They're running too fast. Yep. Those 50-50 balls you call, we have to go out and get it. It is playoff time.
Well, and even if you just grab them and get a jump ball, that's better than throwing it away and them getting a run-out layup.
I concur 100%. Jones brings the ball down, goes it out to Rodriguez on the right-hand side, gives it back to Jones, over to Parson, out over the crunchable zone, throws it out to McBee. I'm sorry, that is, nice fake move by Parson.
Nice.
Gets 2 players up in the air, dribbles around with a Euro step, a nice, easy layup.
Caitlin Parson playing the half of her life so far. Great play by her.
So number 3 has it for Pecos. Back to number 1. Number 11 shoots, and she is partially blocked by Martinez. Jasmine Martinez is in the game. Parson rebounds, gives it over the Jones. Jones almost got a stone. She throws it down to Jasmine. Nice spoon, kicks it out to her cousin, number 20. Shoots it. Alina Rodriguez for another three. So, on that being said, Pecos wants a timeout.
And that
21-8.
That three right there just tied Gabby Sanchez for Eunice's all-time three-point mark in a season.
Congratulations to her, and congratulations to Gabby for having that for so many years.
Yep.
So that being said, the score is 21-8 here in the second quarter. Congratulations, young lady.
That three just tied Gabby Sanchez with the three-point record in a season for Alina Rodriguez here today.
That's good for her. That's outstanding for her.
Man, that's pretty amazing. I just got a message saying Tatum lost 52-47.
Wow.
So they lost at the end after being ahead most of the game, it sounds like. Thanks for that information, Coach Gaetan, Gabe Gaetan, enjoying retirement. We're ready for you. 6:30 remaining here in the second quarter. Eunice in the lead, 21-8. Here we go.
So Pecos brings the ball down. They give it out to number 11. 11 kicks it out to number 1, Natalie. She shoots a deep three, misses, but she follows her own shot, gets her own rebound. She can't handle it, but the ball is saved by Jasmine Martinez and ends up in Chloe Jones' hands. She dribbles down, kicks it out to Rodriguez on the right-hand side, throws it back to Jones, top of the key. Throws it back to Rodriguez. She thought about it, pump fake, dribble drives, throws a little floater into Parson. Parson gets it midair and shoots it like a nice, easy layup, man. Money in the bank.
23-8, Eunice in the lead, 5:50 remaining here on the clock.
Pecos looks lost and confused at this moment. So don't know who has number 22 has it, makes a pump fake. She's guarded by Eunice players. Throws it back to number 11 for Pecos, back to number 1. Natalie, she throws it down, but Rodriguez gets a steal. Cool, calm, and collected. She dribbles up, throws it over to Jones. Jones gets that extra pass to McBee. McBee goes in for a layup, misses. Misses a gimme layup, but there's a player down on the other side, number 22, Ortiz. She does a pump fake. She misses it, rebounded by Jasmine Martinez, but the ball is taken away from her by 22, and
they're going to call a foul on Parsons.
They're going to call a shot on Parsons, and she went
they
down
rolled up on that knee again, and she's still hobbling.
Did you see that collision right here in the center of the court?
I did.
They play a little different basketball, don't they?
Yeah, play with, my thinking's always been you play with what they allow you to play with. If you hand check, they let you. If you bump, they let you. It's just kind of what you get.
So as number 20 goes in for a shot, she takes a long time at the free throw line, so the Eunice student section is counting off seconds as she misses her first shot. I think they got all the way to number 10, correct?
Yep, they got to 10. That's how many seconds she has.
I think they skipped 8 and 9. So she goes for the second one, and they count off. She shoots and she makes that one. I was quiet and enjoying the game a little bit. So the score is 23-9, 5 minutes and 22 seconds left here in the second quarter. Jones brings up the ball for the Eunice Cardinals. Throws it over to McBee. She kind of forces the ball down to
she threw it
Martinez.
Straight out of bounds,
and
McBee.
she threw it straight out of bounds. A little bounce pass would have been better for that, but hindsight's 2020. That's another turnover here.
23-9, Eunice in the lead. 5:14 remaining here in the first half.
So Reese brings the ball up for, I apologize, that's number 5. That's not Reese. She brings the ball up for Pecos. Throws it over number 1 to Natalie. She looks. She throws it out to number 21. Throws it back out to 22. Now Natalie has it again for Pecos. She has the ball. Gives it back to 23. Back in Natalie's hands. She dribble drives, makes a Euro step, throws it up, misses everything, and partially rebounded by Eunice player, but Pecos fought it and got it back and went up for a shot. So Bella throws it into Jones. Jones slows it down. She brings the ball at the top of the key. They backed off their defense, so she brings it in, dumps it off to Garrett Bella, throws it out to Rodriguez. She thought about a 3, dribble drives, throws it up, off the back, misses it. A rebound by Bella. Bella gets it, kicks it out to McBee. McBee to Rodriguez for a deep 3, hits the front of the rim, but misses everything, but is rebound by 21 from Pecos. Hands it off to Natalie from Pecos. He dribbles the ball up. Pecos, New Mexico, that is. She goes all the way down, does a Euro step, bumps into Jones, runs it over, off the glass and goes in. So it's 23-13. 4 minutes and 13 seconds left. Jones brings the ball down, throws it to McBee on the right-hand side, back to Jones, the top of the key, over to Rodriguez on the right-hand side. Nice pump fake, dribble drives, a little 20-footer front of the rim, misses. Rebound by Pecos. Here they come back on the other side. Number 1 for Pecos has it. Natalie, she stopped, makes a nice move, goes around Jones, and they're going to call a foul on Jones with the body as Natalie hit the ground for Pecos.
Yeah, so Eunice up by 10. It's 23-13.
And we have Kiki coming back into the game, and Martinez comes out.
Yep.
So it's going to be Pecos ball on the right-hand side.
I got a Ryan Mendoza listening asking for a shout-out. We'll give it to her. One of the best basketball players ever come through this Eunice Lady Cardinal program.
So Ortiz dribble drives for Pecos, misses everything. Rebound by Bella Garrett, and there's a quick foul on her, and she kept the ball high for a change. That was a positive comment.
23-13, 3:48 remaining in the second quarter. Eunice up 23-13.
Good job, Bella rebounding. She gets the ball over to Jones. The clock did not start as it should have quickly. Jones throws it over to McBee, does dribble drive, dumps it off to Bella, and she walked.
Yep.
As soon as she caught it, she walked.
Yep.
So we got number 3 coming in for Pecos, and we have Rangel coming in for McBee.
You know, I think our last 5 trips down the floor, we're either one and done or we're turning it over. So, you know, Pecos back. Every time we start to get far ahead, then they start clawing back into it. No pun intended for the claws of the Panthers.
So down the 22, she dribbled off her foot. You see that ball is 50-50. Good job. Rodriguez goes down and gets it, throws over to Jones. Jones turns and burns. On the right-hand side, goes up for a nice, strong layup. Wanted some contact. She misses, but rebound by Denise Rangel. Kicks it back out to Jones. Jones gives it to Bella. Bella looks, give it a 20. 20 gets it. Wide open, Rodriguez for a deep 3. Hits the back of the rim. Pecos comes down with the rebound, but Denise fouled it from behind with 3 minutes and 8 seconds left here in the second quarter.
23-13, Eunice in the lead here. 3:08 remaining in the first half. It's going to be Pecos ball after the Rangel foul. That's only her first. If you notice over there, we've still got Parsons having some trouble with that left knee. That worries me.
Walking it off. So they forced the ball in the 22, but the ball is tipped, and there's 2 Eunice players, and neither one of them try to grab it.
Yeah, well, somebody's got to grab that ball.
It's those 50-50 balls that makes a big difference in the game's not close right now, but it will be. Hopefully not, but if it is, those 50-50 balls will make a big difference.
Yeah, you got to go get those loose balls. That's all there is to it.
So it's going to be Pecos ball underneath their own basket. Number 1's going to be throwing it in. She throws it over to number 11, back to number 1, down to number 3. Skip past the 22, who can't handle the pass, so we got a defensive player already in front of her. She throws it to 11, and she walked, but no call was made. Back out to number 1, Tonali. She likes that deep 3, and she shoots it off the bank. Off the glass, went in, so we're going to give her credit. Jones gets the ball. She breaks that quick press out in front, all the way down to the basket. Throws up a shot, hits the back of the rim, nothing but. The ball was rebounded by Pecos. Quick outlet to number 5. She does a nice stutter move. Kicks it off to number 11. Little 20-footer. Shoots, misses, and she out-rebounds one of the Eunice players. They kick it out to number 1, and she misses the ball. 22 comes away with it. Quill goes up and makes that shot. That was brought to you by and Garrett throws the ball and hits Denise in the back of the head. A Pecos player gets it and makes a 20-footer. And just like that, the score is 23-20. Eunice still leads. And Eunice calls a timeout. 2 minutes and 10 seconds left.
That mistake right there is a mistake that we've made all year about knowing who's going to throw the ball in. And when somebody just grabs it and chunks it in, we've never fixed that all season. How many times has that happened where it didn't result in 2 points?
Numerous times. But my thing, what is the hurry getting the ball in?
Yep.
So that being said, give a shout out to our sponsors: XL Energy, R360, Lasco Construction, IPS, Redbird Gas, City of Eunice, The Auto Shop, Herrera's Oil Field, Eunice Public Schools, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Pump and Supply, BT8 Service and Rentals, and Parker Energy Service.
Yeah, so we are 2 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Eunice is led by as many as 10. Right now they lead by 3. Pecos has been on the comeback, and Parsons has been on the bench having troubles with the knee.
So Pecos came out with the full court press, but Eunice in the breaker pretty good. Rodriguez comes in on the right-hand side. She dumps it off to Parker. Parker kicks it out to Rodriguez. She hits, misses. Once again, hits in front of the rim.
Got to get back.
And Pecos come down with the rebound. They turn and burn, and Denise comes in on the backside and gets a quick steal. And she cuts a couple of moves. She's going all the way down on the right-hand side. She stops, shoots an awkward jump shot, misses, but she chases down her own rebound. Kicks out to Rodriguez, wide open, shoots another 3, and this one does go in. And now it scores 26-20 on the nice hustling on Denise.
And Alina Rodriguez is now the 3-point record holder for a season in Eunice on that one.
Thank you, Denise. Hey, Pecos goes down 22, makes a shot, and once again, too easy of a shot for her. The score is 26-22 with a minute and 21 seconds left in the second quarter. Jones gets it across, corner, gives it to Denise. Rodriguez shoots up, squares up, shoots another 3. And she made that look easy after a couple of moves. The score is 29-22. Eunice with a minute 4 left. Number 1 has it for Pecos. And Jones comes in. They call it a jump off, but they drag her down to the floor. Her and 22 got into it with the ball. So the ball's going to stay on this side with Pecos. And Martinez is going to come in for Bella Garrett.
Yep.
So the score is 29-22 with 59 seconds left in the second quarter. They throw the ball in at number 5. She shoots up a quick shot, misses. Rebounded by Rodriguez. She puts the ball on the floor, but the loose ball.
Now to go the other way.
Jump ball, so it's going to be Eunice's ball.
Man. So 53 seconds remaining here in the first half. Eunice leads 29-22, and they'll have the ball.
Rodriguez throws it to Jones. I believe it can be the last shot of the quarter. Let number 20 get wide open. And Jones brings that back down the ball. Nice, cool, calm and collected. Throws over Rodriguez back to Jones. Rodriguez to Rangel. Back over to Rodriguez on the left-hand side. She throws it back over to Jones. To Rangel, trying to get the ball underneath it. Oh, nice pass. Oh, it was a nice pass, but it was deflected.
No.
But Martinez tried to save it, and he goes out of bounds. Denise was trying to make a half-court pass down to
not
Rodriguez.
a good one at all. You don't throw those cross-court passes through the defense.
And the result was a turnover.
Yeah.
So we got 28 seconds left here at the end of the second quarter. Number 11 has it for Pecos. Now back to number 5. They throw it down to 22. Nice move. Jones once again almost got a steal. But Martinez jumps in the passing lane all the way down the right-hand side, goes in for a layup, hits it too hard. But it is rebounded by number 1.
Don't foul.
Oh, and she double dribbled and no call was made. There you go. Delayed double dribble with 8.4 seconds left in the second quarter. The score is 29-22.
It's going to be a turnover on Pecos. Eunice is going to get the ball. 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. They're putting Parsons back in, and you got to think that they're going to try to get her the ball down low.
Rodriguez throws into Jones. Jones to Denise.
Oh,
Quick pass to Rodriguez, wide open for a 3. She shoots, looks pretty. Oh, his front rim, but rebounded by Parsons, goes up, but time has expired as she made that layup. That is the end of the second quarter, 29-22 here in Eunice Gymnasium. So that being said, Mr. Jones, what do you think about this game so far?
You know, we played a really, really good first quarter. What happened here?
I have no idea. I turned around and looked away, Coach.
We've got a player down on the floor.
Denise is down on the floor.
Denise Rangel.
At the end of the quarter, she went down. I turned away.
I didn't see it. I didn't see what caused her to go down. Anyway, it's 29-22. You know, for the Cardinals, they gave up 14. They gave up 14 points in that quarter. So, you know, that's the only scary part.
That and a couple of players are beat up a little bit, per se. So that being said, we'll give a shout out to our sponsors: XL Energy, Redbird Gas, City of Eunice, The Auto Shop, R360, Lasco Construction, IPS, Herrera Oilfield, Eunice Public Schools, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Pump and Supply, BTH Service and Rentals, Parker Energy Service.
Yeah, so a really back and forth half, kind of a what's that music instrument that people play that go like this?
Is it accordion? No.
Yeah. That's like an accordion. Yeah. Kind of an accordion type half. We would get ahead 10, 11 points, and then the next thing you know, we're up 2-3, and then we're ahead 8-9, and then we're back to 2-3.
And Pecos would capitalize on our forced turnovers.
Yes. Yeah, the majority of their points came off our mishaps.
Mishaps, correct.
Yeah, and so we've got to do a better job of taking care of the basketball, number 1.
So that being said, Denise gets up and the crowd cheers a little bit. So, I mean, we were leading pretty good in the first quarter, and that's when the little turnovers started and a little anxious. But also, that being said, at the end of the first quarter, we lost number 10. Well, number 10 went down, and she's back in the game. So let's hope.
Well, in the second quarter, they had got within 3. We expanded it back to 10 again, and then,
And that was brought to you by who? For them threes.
Yep. Yeah, Alina Rodriguez knocking down those threes. Another shout out to her. She passed Gabby Sanchez on the 3-pointers made in a season. I've been trying to research this for the last couple of years and try to put some stats together. I've looked in some old newspapers. I've talked to old coaches, just trying to put stats together. And the most 3-pointers I could find ever made in a season was Gabby Sanchez, and she was at 59. Well, Alina was at 57 coming into this game. She's made 4 now, so that puts her at what, 61? Is that right? I think that's my math.
She's made 4 tonight, but she's missed some barely hitting the front of the rim.
Yeah.
Barely so.
Yeah. So she now is the 3-point record holder for Eunice in a season here tonight.
And
after
she is
those.
a young freshman as well.
Yes. So good job there. Got about 7 minutes remaining here on the clock for halftime. We'll step away for just a few minutes, give our ears a rest, and give your ears a rest from having to listen to us. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of the New Mexico Activities Association State Basketball Tournament and the Eunice Cardinal Sports. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Nomark Broadcasting's coverage of the New Mexico Activities Association 2A Girls Basketball State Tournament. Here from Joe Langston Gymnasium in Eunice, New Mexico, where the home team, Eunice Lady Cardinals, are hosting the Pecos Lady Panthers. They are the defending state champs. I want to mention some scores. I've been told that Tatum lost 52-47, and Clayton is up 54-50. So they almost got upset. They are the number 2 seed in the state tournament. So, man, a lot of interesting games going on so far as the scores and whatnot go. So I appreciate folks for getting me that information. Renee Cervantes, Gabe Gaetan, some of you folks sending me that info. We appreciate it. When the game is going, I run the score on the screen off a little app. And so some of you shoot me messages and whatnot, and I may not see them for a while. It may take me just a bit because when the app is running, I don't see the text messages. So my apologies if there's a delay in me responding. We got 1 minute remaining on the clock here, getting ready to start the second half in Eunice. It's 29-22. Eunice in the lead by 7. They've led by as many as, I believe, 11. You know, I mentioned accordion. It's kind of been an accordion. Eunice will go up 10 or 11, and then they'll chop it back down to 3 or 2. Then Eunice will go on another run and get up about 10, and then they chop it back down. Some other interesting notes for the Lady Cardinals. Caitlin Parsons went down with a left knee injury early in the first quarter. She came back and has played and looked pretty dang good, but I have noticed her during timeouts and stuff flexing that knee back and forth, so we hope it's good. Also, Denise Rangel went down right at the end of the half. Not sure what happened there, but I noticed she was slow coming back out onto the court to start the second half.
So I made it back. Took me a while to get some water. The line is crazy, but that's a good thing. So Eunice is going to have Jones, Rangel, Rodriguez, Parson, and Garrett Bella back on the court for them. Pecos has number 5. Can't see that number 1, Natalie, and number 23 and 22. So Pecos gets the ball and they kick it back out to Natalie. Shoots. Rebound by Garrett. Throws it out to Jones. Jones brings up the ball. She keeps bringing up the ball. They're going to try to trap her. She throws it over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez down to Garrett. Garrett hesitates. Gives it to Rangel. Shoots up. Makes a nice layup. It took a while because Garrett would not give her the ball, but she finally gave it to her. She went up and she was fouled.
Yeah.
It's a great way to start off the third quarter.
Garrett pump faked about 5 times. She was faking me out up here. I was like, she throws it, she throws it, she throws it, she throws it. No, she don't. She finally did, and Rangel got fouled as she laid it in, so she'll go to the free throw line.
And she shoots it, and it's the back of the rim, but she gets her own rebound. She comes over, they leave her alone by herself. She shoots a 3, but misses, but Parson gets the rebound, and she goes up for a nice layup.
Caitlin Parsons with the rebound and putback. The Cards are up 11.
So number 5 brings up the ball for Pecos, gives it to number 1, Natalie. Out to 23 on the right hand side, gives it down to 22. Makes a quick move, dumps it back off to number 5 as she goes in. Shoots it, misses, but rebound by Eunice by Parson. Kicks it out to Jones. Jones brings up the ball on the left hand side. Oh, nobody has stopped it. She dribbles all the way down. Tries to do that extra pass, and it was kicked out of bounds by Pecos. So,
yeah, she tried to bounce it down to Rangel on the baseline. It got kicked out of bounds. It'll be Eunice ball on the baseline. 7:07 remaining here in quarter number 3.
So Rodriguez going to throw it in. Throws it in to Rangel. She looks.
Get up.
Throws it over the Garrett. Garrett makes a move towards the basket. Tries to dump it off to Jones, but there's a scuffle there for the ball, and the ball's going to stay on this side for Eunice Cardinals, who went out of bounds off a Pecos player.
That's one of those deals where the kids just got to understand who's where. You got to go get that ball.
I concur. So Rodriguez going to throw it again for the Eunice Cardinals. Slaps the ball. She looks. Little bounce pass to Parson underneath the basket. Makes a nice move. Steps back off the glass but misses. But the ball is almost stolen by Rangel again. It is rebound by number 1, Natalie by Pecos. She brings the ball down for Pecos. She dribbles. Picks up the dribble. Gives it down to number 22. Makes a nice move. Dribbles around Parson. Shoots. Misses. But rebound by Parson. A couple of spin moves. The ball is poked out of her hands by number 22. Pretty close to being a foul, but it wasn't. So the ball's going to be on this side of the court. And Rodriguez going to throw it in. And once again, they're going to try to smother her.
They're in a triangle in 2 now. They've got a man on Rodriguez and a man on Parsons, and the others are just spread out in a little triangle defense.
So Jones dribble drives, throws it up, misses, gets her own rebound, but they're going to call it a jump ball.
It'll be a Eunice ball. So, yeah, they went to that triangle and 2. You know, we've talked about this. They face guarded Rodriguez. Now they're face guarding Parsons and Rodriguez. So it'll be interesting to see what adjustments we can make.
So Rodriguez slaps the ball. She's going to throw it into her own basket. Throws it in the Bella. Wide open. Goes up. And I believe she was fouled, but she misses. Rebound by Eunice. Try to make the extra pass.
Nice.
We lost it, but Denise stole it out of that number 3's hands from Pecos. Made a nice layup. 35-22.
Denise Rangel with a nice takeaway there.
It was beautiful. They dump it off the 22. She throws it out of bounds on the right-hand side as 2 Eunice players came up on her, give her that extra pressure. She threw it out of bounds.
So it's 35-22. Once again, Pecos has adjusted. They're in the triangle 2, which means they've got 2 people guarding man, and the other 3 are in a little triangle zone.
Jones shoots a 3 off the glass, misses, but rebound by Bella. Goes up, makes it too hard, but rebounded by Parsons. Shoots as she fades away, and she's fouled by number 22.
Bella's got to finish some of those. She's had a real tough time finishing down low.
And she's had a lot of good looks.
A bunch of them. And especially with them face guarding Parsons, she's going to get those wide open looks down there.
They're just a little too hard. I don't know if she's expecting contact or what, but she'll get there. Parsons shoots her first free throw, got nothing but the bottom of the net.
Yep. Yeah, Parsons now with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 points here in this third quarter. She's got 14 points for the game.
So they give her the ball back. She dribbles, looks, deep breath, and she shoots and misses. 22
Gotta get back.
Ortiz rebounds for Pecos. She puts the ball on the court. She dribbles up the top of the court, top of the key, gives it out to number 5. Back out to number 1 to Natalie, the freshman. Out to 23. They try to force the ball down to 22, and it's tipped or blocked out of bounds by number 10 by Parson. Good defense there on the Eunice.
5:40 remaining here in quarter number 3. Pecos with the ball.
They get into 22. She shoots, goes in and out. Ball's rebounded by Rodriguez. She throws it over to Denise. Denise is going to turn and burn. She's wide open all the way down the left-hand side. Goes up with the right-hand layup on the left-hand side.
That's
Pecos
2 more for
is going to
Denise
call a
Rangel.
30-second timeout on that good run by the Eunice.
Yeah, they're now up by 16, right? Is that my math right? 16, 32, 38, 22. The interesting thing is Pecos came out in a triangle and 2 defense after half in a game that they were in, and that triangle and 2 has led to layups by Denise, by Chloe, by
Parson.
Parsons is going to do her thing, but what I'm meaning is by Bella Garrett, they're getting wide open shots because of that triangle and 2. The other 2 are being face guarded, and they're getting some rebounds and putbacks too, but it's leading to easy buckets by the others.
It goes to show you that the team has a good foundation. It's a good team. Everybody can score on any given night.
Yeah.
So that being said, we give a shout out to XL Energy, R360, Lasco Construction, IPS, Parker Energy Service, BTH Service and Rentals, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Herrera's Oil Field, City of Eunice, The Auto Shop, and Redbird Gas.
You know, I'm really impressed with the crowd that we've got here today. The student section very involved with the cheerleaders. They're getting noisy. I like it. 5:27 remaining here in the third quarter. We're coming out of timeout. It's going to be Pecos ball. Take us away, Rosendo.
Number 5 brings the ball down, top of the court. She throws it over to number 11, looks, forces the ball, throws it back to number 5, back to 11, down to 22, looks, and is stolen by who? Rodriguez jumps in the pass lane, kicks it over to Rangel, puts the ball in the court, but she goes right by her player all the way down, throws it down to Parson. Parson makes a nice move, and she almost walked. We'll go give her a walk. She did slide a little bit. She's seen Bella too wide open. She was indecisive, so oh well.
That's all right. 5 minutes remaining here in quarter number 3. It's 38-22. Eunice in the lead. Here comes Pecos.
Pecos brings down number 5, throws over to Natalie. Natalie gives it down to number 1, but it was stolen by Parson.
Go back and
She's looking for a point guard. She gives it to Rodriguez. Rodriguez gives it to Jones. Jones almost got stolen by number 11. And nice screen by Bella. Jones kicks out to Rodriguez. Shoots a 3 from the right-hand side. Misses. Hits the back of the rim, but it's rebounded by Jones. Over to Rangel. Shoots up 20-footer, a little flat, but it goes all the way in.
Denise Rangel having a good one here tonight.
That was flat and ugly, but it went in. I'll take it.
4:30 remaining in the third. Eunice up by 18.
So Pecos brings the ball down. Number 11 kicks it out to number 1. A deep 3 by Natalie, their freshman. So the score is now 48-25. Quick score off there at Pecos. Jones brings back the ball for Eunice. Top of the key. Passes the timeline. She dribbles, gives it down to Bella. Bella has the ball grabbed in midair by number 22. She was anticipating that pass all the way.
Yeah. Well, and the pass got there. We just held it soft. You gotta turn around knowing that they're coming.
So 21 checks in for the Pecos.
Yeah, the Panthers.
Panthers.
Senna.
She's a freshman. So number 11 brings down the ball for Pecos. Pecos, New Mexico, that is. Gives it over number 5, Mariah. She dribbles, gives it over number 21, Senna. Out to number 11 on the right-hand side. A little confusion at the top of the key. Out to number 1, wide open for another 3.
Another 3.
Nothing but the bottom of the net. Keep in mind, that is one of their scores. So the score is 40-28. So I think she had the green light to shoot them threes, I believe.
Yeah.
Jones brings back the ball for Eunice Carlos. At the top of the key, she makes a nice spin move on number 11. Drives towards the basket. A little hard off the glass. Rebound by number 5.
Now we got to get
out
back
to number
on
1.
defense.
Behind the back, loses the ball. A loose ball, but she collides into Jones. Tries to throw it over to 22, but Rangel jumps in the pass and he comes up on the left-hand side, crosses the court, keeps the dribble alive. Dribble around, makes a smart choice, kicks it off to Jones. Jones will drive, and she is fouled. And she goes up, man, and the basket counts, and she's gone to the free throw line. Just like that, the score is 42-28. 3 minutes and 20 seconds left here in the third quarter. I apologize.
So Chloe Jones attacks the basket through the middle of the traffic, goes up, gets fouled, lays it in. It's 42-28, and Jones will go to the free throw line.
His the back of the rim missed, but rebounded by Parson, goes up. She misses with 3 players on her. And Rodriguez, little lazy foul there.
Yeah, not a good foul there at all. It stopped the ball, but it's, 50 foot.
That is her first foul of the game. So
so it'll work. It'll give us a chance to set up defense.
So Pecos gets the ball, and number 1 has it. Kicks it down to 21, makes it center. Made a move. Little long pass to the top of the court for 22. Out to number 5, next a little spin move. Out to number 3, and she loses the ball. And that's the turnover. That was number 11.
That'll be Eunice basketball. 3 minutes remaining here in the third. Eunice up by 14. They've got up as many as 18. It's that accordion that we've been doing the whole game.
So Jones throws the ball over to Rodriguez on the right-hand side. Back to Jones. Over to Rangel. She thought about that 3, looked at it, threw it up. She misses, hits the front of the rim, but comes in. Good pressure, and steals the ball. Comes away with it. She drives, kicks it out to Rodriguez. Thought about a 3, out to Jones.
Got a timeout over there on Frazier, so that's a good timeout because we were about to throw it away.
So that timeout's brought to you by Park Energy Service, BTH Service and Rentals, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Herrera Oilfield Service.
Yeah, this Cardinal team. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. City of Eunice, Z Auto Shop, Redbird Gas, IPS, Lasco Construction, R360, XL Energy. And the crowd is doing
the roller coaster is what I think they call that.
They're attempting to do it. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, this Lady Cardinal team has come out. A lot of different young ladies have had good games. Denise Rangel, I mean, that's probably the best game she's had this second half of the season. Early in the season, she played some really good games like this. It's nice to see her come out of that shell and do some big things. She's done big things. She's got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 points. Parsons with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 points, and here we go.
So Eunice gets the ball back in, throwing into Jones. Jones thumps it off to Garrett. Garrett goes up, and she is fouled. She goes in for a fadeaway jump shot, we'll call that, and she's fouled.
Yeah, so Jones attacked the basket. Her man left, or the man that was guarding Bella left her to go get Jones. Jones dumped it off. Bella gets fouled. She'll go to the free throw line.
She dribbles, looks, shoots, hits the side of the rim and misses. So that being said, a player comes in for Pecos, number 22.
One thing about it, these free throws are kind of hurting today. We hadn't shot it real well from the free throw line.
Bella shoots the second one, makes the second one.
And I don't ever mind jinxing when it's that direction. She makes the second one. It's 43-28.
So McBee's going to be coming in for Rangel with 2 minutes and 36 seconds left here in the third quarter. 43-28, Eunice favor. Number 11 brings the ball down for Pecos. She throws it over number 1, Nally. Back to number 11, over the 5. Nally's going to come all the way around to shoot that 3. She gets it, shoots it, misses. Rebound by Pecos, goes back up, misses, and the ball is pushed out of bounds by 23 from Pecos. So it's going to be Eunice's ball. No.
Now they're giving it to Pecos.
Well, I must have seen something different, I believe. So Pecos going to be throwing it in and give it to number 22. Shoots a little 20-footer, makes it.
Knocks it down.
Oh, and Jones is pushed from behind, but she rebounded and got the ball. She pushes the ball all the way down. Little jump shot off the glass. Nothing but money.
Chloe Jones with 2 points.
Caught Pecos sleeping and capitalized on it. So it's 45-30. 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. Pecos brings the ball down. Number 11 throws it to number 1. She's going to swing all the way across the court and wait for her. And they're going to give the skip pass to her as this player down here has. Oh, she shoots, misses, and rebounded by Parson. It's a scuffle. They're going to call it jump ball, and they're still fighting for it. As that number 22 is very aggressive. So shake it off. It's going to be Eunice's ball. So they're setting a double screen down there for their number 1 to get open.
Pecos is in the full court pressure now, so we're going to have to get in our press breaker and wake up here.
They throw it into Jones. But from Rodriguez all the way across. She drives all the way down, and she's fouled. She misses free shot or layup.
Rebound by Pecos. Rebound and put back.
It's hard to say all that in, but she is rebounded by Eunice, put back in by Parson.
1:30 remaining in the third. It's 47-30. Eunice up 17.
Number 11 has it for Pecos. Back over to number 5. They dump it down to number 23. She can't handle the ball. Eunice comes up with the loose ball by Parson. They hand it off to Jones. With a minute and 19 seconds left here in the third quarter. Top of the course, she breaks the timeline, makes a couple of moves on number 11. Throws it over all the way across court.
Stop the ball. Stop it. Don't wait till she gets to the basket.
And number 1 goes all the way down, misses her layup, and rebounded by Rodriguez, but it's poked out of bounds by number 1. And it was good defense by Jones. She beat her to the spot, made her presence, and that young lady got scared and missed the layup.
Yeah, right here, we got to get into our press breaker. We're still struggling to know where everybody's trying to get to.
Bella went out of the game. We have Martinez coming in on the backside, and on the court for the Eunice Lady Cars, we have Rodriguez, Jones, McBee, Parson, and Martinez. Rodriguez going to throw the inbounds play. Throws it into Jones. Comes across, going to try to trap her. She dribbles around it. Throws it over to McBee. McBee was not expecting that pass. Coach is saying to slow down. We're going to get a sub in. Maureen, this is the first time she comes in the game. They're going to take Jones out for a second. She seems a little...
Yeah, she got irritated. She didn't like what old Baldy Frazier had to say to her. So it caused a little debate between her and him.
So Pecos has the ball. Number 1 is wide open in the right-hand corner, rebounded by Rodriguez, but she misses the ball, but number 3 goes in for a layup, and she's blocked by number 10 by Eunice. Parson, nice block. They call a foul on her either way, so that's her third foul here in the third quarter with 49 seconds left.
Yeah, you can't foul no more. At this point, you can't foul.
I think that foul was meant to set the standards, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, you can't foul no more. Now you're at 3.
No more.
And we're in the third quarter still.
So number 3 shot her first free throw and misses it. Reese, I believe. And Denise is coming in for Parson. So we have a smaller team on the court for the Eunice Cardinals.
Over on the sideline.
Reese shoots her second one, makes it. So the score is 47-31. Rodriguez throws it in nice quickly to Maureen. Dribble, throws it over to Denise. Denise turns and burns on the left-hand side all the way down. Tries to dump it off to 23 to Martinez. Misses, but they get the steal back. But they miss again, and Pecos has the ball. Number 1 brings the ball down. They throw down to 22, but Martinez jumps past the lane, dribbles all the way down on the right-hand side. Goes in for a layup, and she's blocked. And the loose ball comes out with Rodriguez. Rodriguez tries to force it down to Martinez. They're going to call it jump ball, and the ball's going to go back to Pecos. Why are we playing so fast with 20 seconds left, I ask myself.
Yeah, we're in a hurry.
A lot of forced turnovers for no reason with the lead.
Yeah, we got to slow the game down. Need to get into our press breaker and just settle things down and quit running around like chickens with our heads cut off.
I concur. Number 5 brings it down for Pecos over to Natalie with 13 seconds left. I believe number 1's going to get that ball and try to shoot a deep 3. Number 1 still has it, dumps it down to the 2. Eunice jumps in and still pushes the ball out of the way. Number 10 dribble drives and she has nothing in the ball. They're going to call the jump ball. Jump ball.
All right. Good job,
McBee. Comes in and forces a jump ball with 2.5 seconds left.
We just got to get the ball long. Get it long.
Maureen throws the ball in and she throws it away. And number 1 gets a nice shot from behind the court.
My goodness.
And once again, we had a different person throwing the ball in. For Eunice. So that being said, the end of the third quarter, 47-31, Eunice leads. So a shout out to our sponsors tonight, Excel Service, R360, Lasco Construction, IPS, Parker Energy Service, BTH Service, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Herrera's Oil Field, City of Eunice, Z Auto Shop, Redbird Gas. They are proud sponsors of this game tonight. So as Mr. Jones tallies up the points here for the end of the third quarter, it was a great start. It got a little sloppy towards the end of it, and a lot of forced turnovers that we really don't need at this given moment.
You know, the one thing I've noticed with us all year is we struggle to slow down and play under control. We play fast really good, but when there comes a time in games like this where you've got to be able to watch that clock run, and in order to do that, you got to slow things down just a little bit.
Time is our friend.
Yes. Yes.
Time is our friend. And I believe Pecos would come out and press this whole next fourth quarter.
I'd be surprised if they don't.
Because they had good results of it.
Yep.
Well, what do I know? I can barely announce the game.
So 47-31, Eunice up by 16. 8 minutes to go here in this ball game. It's the fourth quarter, so this is for all the marbles right here.
So number 5 from Pecos brings the ball down, top of the key. Throws it out to number 10. Back to number 5. Over to number 1. She looks down to 22. Makes a nice move. She throws it down underneath the number 3. Throws it back to 22.
The same team.
They call it jump ball out of that. And Eunice is going to get the ball off of.
Here comes the pressure.
Yep. So Rodriguez is going to throw it in to a deep pass to Parson. Gets it on the run. Comes all the way down the right-hand side. She's blocked and pushed from behind. And no foul is called. No foul is called, but they're going to call on number 11. That was insane. That young lady was pushed down to the ground. And they did not call a foul on 10 with the ref right there. The thing is, keep our kids safe. That being said, the ball goes back to Pecos. Pecos brings back the ball. Number 5 has the ball. Top of the key, she looks, throws it over to number 10. Back to number 5. She has the ball down to number 10 on the right-hand corner. She throws up a wild shot. Rebounded by Jones. Jones puts the ball in the court. Pushes the ball on the right-hand side. And swings back around the left-hand side. Number 22 is all over her. They give it down to Parson. Makes a nice move. Dribble, drives all the way down. And she misses that layup. But she is fouled as she is going in.
Yeah, so that one was a foul, I guess. But the one where she got hammered to the floor wasn't.
Whew. It was not. So she's going to the free throw line.
So Parsons to the free throw line. She's got 16 points here on the game.
She dribbles, shoots, and makes it in.
Wishes through. That's number 17. And Eunice leads by 17.
And that is brought to you by IPS, Lasco Construction, R360, Excel Energy. And we cannot do that. The young lady already had the ball. But anyways, Parker Energy Service, BTH Service, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic. Here goes her second shot for Miss Parson. She dribbles again, looks, aims, shoots. Nothing but the bottom of the net. She went 2 for 2. The score is 49-31 here in the fourth quarter with 7 minutes and 15 seconds left. Pecos brings the ball down, number 11. She throws up a number 3 in her hand. She picks up a dribble, makes a pump fake, throws over number 5, back to 11. They force it down to number 3. They try to dump the ball down to number 5, and they do it out of bounds. That's a turnover by Pecos.
And so it's 49-31, 7 minutes remaining here in the game. Eunice in the lead.
And Pecos has a full court press. Rodriguez throws in a deep pass to Parson, and the ball goes out of bounds.
Yeah.
So Pecos gets their own ball, gets the ball underneath their own basket. Eunice trots down. Number 1 is we throwing in for Pecos. That is Natalie, their phenom freshman. Slaps the ball, throws it in 22. She can't handle the ball. She's blocked by Parson, and they're going to call a foul on Bella as she went up on her second attempt. And that foul is brought to you by Eunice Public Schools, Herrera Field, City of Eunice, Z Auto Shop, Redbird Gas.
7 minutes remaining in this game. Eunice up by 18. It's 49-31. Pecos at the line.
22 sits her, looks, thinks about it, shoots, hits the back of the rim.
That free throw is no good, so score is going to remain the same, 49-31.
That is Savannah Ortiz for the Pecos. She dribbles, flips the ball, looks, And she shoots. Hits the back of the rim. No good, but the back of the rim hit the top of the backboard. And he goes in.
Yeah, so that makes it 32. It's now a 17-point game. Pecos still in the full court pressure here.
And they have Martinez came in for Parson. And Bella's throwing the ball in. She throws it into Jones. Jones brings the ball. Nice and quick down the court. Center of the court. She goes all the way in, and she goes up for a shot. And she is pushed down before the shot went even left her hands. So she would be going to the free throw line, correct?
Parsons still flexing that knee. She's over there on the bench again. Under 7 minutes to go. That whole thing only took 5 seconds off the clock.
And that kind of plays in
32.
Pecos' favor, huh?
Chloe
So
Jones at the free throw line.
Jubal shoots, hits everything but the bottom of the net.
When she doesn't hold that follow through, she struggles. Gotta hold that high follow through.
So she dribbles again, gets ready, shoots. There it is.
Yep.
And showing up.
And that one went in.
So she made one of two.
Right.
50 to 32.
Yeah.
Daddy's always right, I guess.
I'm always right. I'm always right. Pretty much everything.
Pecos brings the ball down. Number 5
Ask
gets
the
it, gives it
school,
number
they'll
1.
tell you.
And Rodriguez jumps in the passing lane, comes away with the steal. Wisely dribbles the ball back down, throws it down underneath, but to nobody.
No.
But Pecos came in with the ball, but Denise comes in on the backside, pushes the ball out of bounds, steals it, and she is pushed out of bounds, but she's Denise went back, poked the ball out of bounds on number 1.
It's going to be their ball, so
Save
get
the
back
ball.
over there.
And Martinez made it a jump on it, but it stays on this side for Pecos.
Yep.
Nice hustle. So number 1's going to be throwing in for Pecos. She throws it over here to number 11, shoots a 3, misses, but rebounded by Martinez. Outlet to Jones. Jones on the left-hand side. Wisely pulls the ball, makes a couple of moves, still wide open, goes in for a layup, and she makes it look easy.
Chloe Jones with 2. That makes it a 20-point ball game.
52-32, 6 minutes and 13 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Pecos brings the ball down. Number 11, once again, Rodriguez jumps in the passing lane. She tries to force the ball, and as she throws it, she is fouled. She is hit across the face. So I believe she's going to the free throw line, right? Nope.
No, I don't think they're in the bonus yet. Oh, you know what? It is. They
7.
just changed it up there, so it's 7. I looked up and saw the 6 and thought that they had already added that one, but yeah, so that's 7. So she will go to the free throw line.
So Parker comes in for Denise Rangel. Kiki Parker. So Rodriguez shoots, misses the first one, but the ball is rebounded by Pecos, by number 5. She turns and burns, licks on the right-hand side. Parker comes up and stops her shift, steps back behind the 3-point, misses, rebounded by Rodriguez, hands the ball off to Jones. Jones wisely slows it down, puts the ball center of the court, throws it over to Rodriguez, over to back to Jones, to Bella Garrett. Bella Garrett throws it down to Martinez. Martinez makes a quick move, dumps it off to Parker. Parker goes up and no fouls called as she shoots it, and the ball is loose, and the ball goes out of bounds off of Pecos.
Yeah, we just, I've said it all year, we don't know how to slow down and run some clock.
They did a lot of good movement there. We just.
Yeah, for all of about 8 seconds.
Exactly. Time killing us right now. So Rodriguez throws the ball into Parson. Goes up too hard. Rebounded by Martinez. Oh, wow. It just occurred. The ball was. Parson was going up for a shot, and they call it a jump ball.
Yep.
But luckily, it stays on our side.
So 5:35 remaining here in the game. Eunice up by 20, 52-32.
Rodriguez is going to throw it in. Throws in the Jones.
Oh, man.
And the ball's on the floor, and everybody else is too. And they're going to call a jump ball.
And now it's going the other way.
We call it jump ball. I never got to see anything. So
Yep.
jump ball. Pecos gets it. Number 1 gives it to number 5. Number 5 throws the ball down for Pecos. Top of the key, she comes in, throws it over to number 10. Down number 22, Ortiz shoots a deep 20-footer and makes it look easy. And nobody for Eunice is throwing the ball in, and time is going. So Parsons going to throw the ball, and she throws it into Jones. Jones gets it. Dribbles on the right-hand side. Slows down, a little stutter move. And she gets it across the timeline. 5 minutes and 7 seconds left. She's dribbling on, gives it to Martinez. Martinez gives it to Parsons. Nice spin move, gets a defensive player spinning, and she attacks the basket. And she's fouled as she goes up.
I'm glad we got to the rim again and go to the free throw line. We still only ran like 8, 9 seconds off the clock. We just do not run time off a clock very good.
Well, they heard you all season. We got to get 20 points.
Man. Man. Once you get to this point, it don't matter anymore.
I know. So Parsons shoots her free throw and makes it in. So the score now is 53-34. 5 minutes in the second left here in the fourth quarter.
And Parsons has 19 points here today, and we've got a 19-point lead.
She dribbles on second attempt here. Shoots. And she misses front of the rim, but she gets her own rebound. Hustles down. Kicks it out to McBee. McBee kicks it out to Jones. Jones, little 10-footer. Jake makes it in. Nothing about the bottom of the net.
She made it, but we still don't run any dang clock. 55-34. We're up 21. 4:45 remaining.
Pecos brings the ball down. Parker with a nice block and a rebound.
And a good job getting it out.
Yeah, getting it out. Gives it to Jones. Jones slows it down just for a little bit.
Yeah.
At the top of the key. Calls a play out. So as throws it down to Martinez. Martinez is tackled from behind, and they get a foul. That's going to be number 1. Foul on number 1 from Pecos. Yeah. Natalie.
So I think that'll send
Martinez to the
free throw line.
And that's number 4.
Yep. And you know, we've mentioned the strange free throw form that one of their players have. This one right here's got a little bit of a strange, different form as well. Early in the season, we saw a lot of people jump in the lane when Jasmine would be shooting.
Here's that little hesitation. She shoots, hits it back to the rim, and goes in. That ball was flat, but went in. Came out full air. It wasn't pretty, but it counts. No, and I'll take it. Who called the timeout?
I'm not sure.
Pecos called the timeout.
So Eunice up 22 points with 4:31 remaining here in the game. Eunice in the driver's seat. Now they just need to run some clock.
They ain't going to listen to you.
They ain't going to do it, but that's what they need to do.
Give a shout out to our sponsors for this game tonight. Redbird Gas, Zia Auto Shop, City of Eunice, Herrera's Oilfield, Eunice Public Schools, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Pump and Supply, BTH Service and Rentals, Parker Energy Service, IPS, Lasco Construction, R360, Excel Energy. Thank you. Those are our proud sponsors for this game.
Yeah, for this game, Rangel's got 10. Chloe Jones has 11. Garrett has 3. Isabella Garrett. Alina Rodriguez with 12. Jasmine Martinez with 1. Caitlin Parsons lead all scorers. She's got 19.
A very good game of the young ladies right now. So far, they've been playing very well.
And a good mix. I mean, you don't often see it with our group. You don't often see 1, 2, 3, 4 people in double figures. You know, we seem like every night we've always had a good balance. Every night somebody has a good night, but we don't see very often where we have 4 people that have big
And you're
nights.
just keeping track of points. We still have steals, extra hustle plays, and it's been making a big difference. Yep. And has set the tone of the game for the Lady
Cardinals. I go back and do those usually either the night of or the night after. I'll watch the film and I'll break down all of that stuff, and then I always send all the stats to Frazier. So,
hey, Martinez shoots the second one, banks it, so it's good. She gets 2 points. The score is still 57-34. Number 5 brings it down for Pecos. Gives it over to number 10. They dump it down to number 23. She loses the ball, and Parson makes it a jump ball. They go down in a battle for it.
That'll be Eunice Lady Cardinal ball.
But she went all the way down and got that ball and came up limping real slow.
So Pecos going to get
and we're going to get a sub in there.
Yeah, and she's still limping with that knee.
Yep.
That knee worries me.
You're not the only one. So Bella Garrett came in for Parson as Parson goes to the bench. We have McBee throwing it in. She gives it to Jones. Jones brings the ball on the right-hand side all the way down. 4 in. Oh, for a layup. But the young lady from Pecos grabbed the ball before she went in.
Yep.
Good defensive play by number 5. Good job by Chloe attacking the basket.
Yeah, you know, them knee injuries, there's not a walkout injury.
No.
You got to, man, I would leave her over there the rest of this game for sure.
So Jones goes to the free throw. She was fouled. She was going for a layup. She shoots. And she barely misses it.
She held the free throw held the follow through that time, but just got to finish with that follow through over the front of the rim. Hold it high.
Hold it high. Sounds like a song. Jones once again dribbles, shoots, and makes nothing but the bottom of the net. Hits nothing but the bottom of the net. Number 10 is going to throw it in for Pecos. Out to number 11. She dribbles the ball down. Throws it number 4, throws over to number 10. They're trying to get the ball down to 23. Back to 11. Back to 10. Back to 11. Time is not your friend right now. Martinez comes up with the steal, gives it up to McBee. McBee brings it on the left-hand side, gives it back to Jones. Jones has the ball on top of the key, a little reach in, no call. Jones dribbles the ball down, gives it over to Martinez. Martinez dribbles around.
Get it back. Go get it back.
Brings it up top of the key. Martinez has it. Picks up a dribble, gives it down to Parker. Parker gives it down to McBee, hits her in the face, and she was not able to handle the ball as she was caught behind. And the ball goes out of bounds off Eunice. So it's going to be Pecos' ball, and Denise Rangel comes back in for Jasmine Martinez. The score is 58-34 here in the fourth quarter with 3 minutes and 40 seconds left. Oh, it's going to be Eunice's ball. I thought it was going to be Pecos. They give it to Jones. Jones has the ball top of the key. And number 11 is Gardner. They give it to to Kiki. She tries to force the ball down to number 11.
Same play.
And the ball is tapped out of bounds by a a Pecos player.
We got to run some clock here.
McBee throws it into Rangel.
Go get it.
Rangel has the ball on top of the key.
Go get it.
She's still dribbling. She looks for some help. She picks up her dribble, gives it down to Parker. Parker dribbles out. Gives it to Jones. Jones has a way all the way in. She dribble, drives, goes up, bounces everything, goes in. Don't listen to Daddy. You attack the basket.
With the and one. I'm screaming, hold it up and run the clock, and she gets an and one.
You can't blame her. The lane was open.
I was.
I mean, and she shot it up, went in.
It reminded me of back when I was a youngster and Moses was out there by the sea and held his hands up, and he parted it for us, and we all got through there. I mean, it was parted, and that's what this gray beard is from.
I'm telling you. So the score is 60-34. She shoots her second shot and makes that one as well. The score is 61-34. And the whistle's blown. We're going to get a sub in. 61-34, 3 minutes and 16 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
Cards up 27 points here.
Number 5 brings the ball down. And something was just thrown on the court.
Yeah, it came from
these clowns.
Clowns over here.
So back to the game. Number 22 makes a nice move, goes up, misses everything wide open. Rebounded by number 1, and Jones fouls her as she goes up. So number 1's gonna be going to the free throw line.
Yeah, I want to shout out again to Araya Mendoza. We appreciate you listening. Araya was a fun one to watch, man. I tell you. She also won a national championship, NAIA national championship at one point, and so big-time player here for the Cardinals. And
number 1 missed her first shot. Parson comes back in. Denise Rangel goes to the bench.
Yeah.
With 3 minutes and 4 seconds left, she dribbles. Number 1 dribbles, aims, shoots, hits the back of the rim, rebounded by number 11, Garabella for Eunice Cardinals. Gives it to Jones. It's a hard pass, but it came off Pecos player's hand.
I think Garrett was throwing her the fastball high and tight.
That girl has strong hands.
Almost busted Jones in the mug.
So Rodriguez throws it down to Jones. She chases it down, goes up. And they're going to call a travel on Jones. I don't know about that. We have a proud fan here screaming no, but who knows. But Pecos gets the ball down. Number 11 gets it. Jones comes up real quick, throws it over to number 1. Number 1 dribble drives, tries to dump it up to number 3. Dribble drives blocked by number 10, and the ball's on the floor again. And Parson is on the floor again.
Yeah,
they call it a jump ball.
Under her again.
And the ball's going to stay on the Pecos side.
Dang it. I'd get her out of the game.
I concur.
I'm just afraid she's going to get hurt.
I concur. So it's going to be Pecos' ball underneath the basket. 2 minutes and 44 seconds left.
Yep.
Number 1's going to throw it in for Pecos. She's going to throw it. McBee jumps in the pass, and he comes away with the steal. Goes all the way down the right-hand side. Kind of Euro steps, and is another turnover by the Eunice Cardinals here.
Yeah.
And something like that, you stop, pull the ball back out. Time's in our favor, correct?
We need to run the clock, but we don't know how to. Even my own kid does not. She's like, nope, I ain't running any clock. I'm going to go get me a bucket.
So that being said, if the Lady Cardinals win tonight, when would be the next game and where at?
Tuesday, and it would be at home. If they win tonight, they will play at home this next week, Tuesday.
At 6 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen.
I believe that's right.
So Pecos brings the ball down. They give it down to 22. She shoots, hits everything, and they call the foul. I did not hear the whistle blow. I apologize.
That's all right, because I didn't see the foul. So you can't hear and I can't see. So we're both old guys. That's why I was with Moses when we parted stuff.
So number 11 fouler, which is Bella Garrett for the Eunice. So number 22, Ortiz goes to the free throw line. She looks, aims, shoots. Nothing but the bottom of the net.
She sinks that one in. It's 61-35. Eunice in the lead.
She gets the ball again. She dribbles, spins it, looks some more, and shoots. And she misses. Rebounded by Parson. Kicks out to Jones. They're going to try to trap her. She throws it over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez takes her time. One-handed pass and is blocked in the air. Stole by Ortiz. Ortiz goes in for a strong layup, and she's fouled by Chloe Jones. That was a turnover by Rodriguez.
Yep.
And she was fouled by Jones with 2 minutes left and 17 seconds. That's her second foul of the game. Score is 61-35. 22 dribbles, spins the ball, looks, running out of air, and she shoots. And she makes it. That young lady takes her time. The allotted time, correct? 45 seconds, right?
You got 10 to do it. But.
Okay. She swivels the ball, looks. And shoots. I could have given a shout out to my sponsors. I apologize. So she made both shots. McBee's going to throw it in, gives it to Jones. Jones comes over here on the right-hand side.
Get away from her.
Dribbles a little bit, comes back to the center of the court. Start the clock. They get the ball down the Bella. Bella throws it down to Rodriguez. Rodriguez forces it down, and they throw the ball over.
Why can we not run any clock?
And
Why
so
are we not even trying to run the clock?
comes back with the loose ball. Another turnover by Eunice. Number 1 has a ball, and she is fouled by Rodriguez as she reaches in. And that's another foul on Rodriguez. I don't know how many fouls she has. That's her second foul for the game. So number 1's going to go to the free throw. This free throw is brought to you by XL Energy, R360, RIPS, Park Energy Service, BTH Service, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, and she misses her shot. Rebounded by Eunice, by Parson. She gives the ball to Jones. Jones brings the ball on top of the court. A minute 51 seconds left, 61-37, Eunice's favor. Jones.
So now we call a timeout and don't run some more
clock. Woo. So I'll finish the sponsors. Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Herrera's Oilfield, City of Eunice, Zia Auto Shop, Redbird Gas, IPS, Lasco Construction, R360, XL Energy. I mean, I understand wasting time.
You gotta run some clock. At some point, you gotta run some clock.
So back to the game on Tuesday. Who will they be playing? When will we find that out later on?
Well, it all depends on who won tonight. Let me get my little. I have to get out of the app and go over here to the.
We can wait until the end.
So we would play the winner of Laguna Acoma and Lordsburg.
They play tomorrow?
I think everybody played tonight. So Laguna and Lordsburg. So anyway, and that would be Tuesday at 6 o'clock.
Here in Eunice, New Mexico.
Yep.
So Eunice is going to have the ball here on the right-hand side. It's going to be thrown in by Rodriguez, and Pecos gets some subs in. Number 11 comes in, and number 23, no, I'll take that back. They're kicking him off the court, or pushing him off the court because nobody let him in. So we had no subs from Pecos. Rodriguez going to throw it in. Jones comes up to it. They give it to Jones on the right-hand side of the court. She dribbles around a little bit. 140. Oh, she gives it down to Parson. Nice job of Parson getting that ball. They play catch. She turns on, looks, keeps the ball high. Back out to Jones. Back out to Parson. Back out to Jones. Jones dribble drives, but over to Parson. And they're going to force the ball underneath. And number 1 comes in for a steal for Pecos. She dribbles drives, gives it to number 13. She went up and she misses. Rebounded by Pecos, but they miss. And Parson came in with the key. They gave it to Jones. Jones throws a quick pass out to McBee. And McBee does not handle the ball. And it's another quick turnover by the Eunice Cardinals. And Mr. Frazier is not really happy with that. We wasted no time on the clock. And Pecos calls a timeout on that. The score is 61-37. Eunice favor here in the fourth quarter with a minute and 14 seconds left. Whew. And we have a fan over here red at the face.
Man, we don't run any clock.
At all. So that being said, we give a shout out to our sponsors. Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Herrera's Oilfield, City of Eunice, Z Auto Shop, Redbird Gas, IPS, Lasco Construction, R360, XL Energy, Parker Energy Service, BTH Service and Rentals, Eunice Pump and Supply.
So it's 61-37. Coming out of this timeout, there's going to be, if it'll go to 0, going to be 1:14 remaining on the clock. I will say this, Pecos still got a bunch of their starters on the floor, all their starters on the floor. We've made some subs to get some of the younger folks in.
We have Eunice Castillo in and Howler in. That's another senior.
Ashley Castillo. And Aubrey Howler, she's a freshman.
Oh, number 22 dribbles and drives, and she's fouled by, I'm going to go out on a limb and say number 30.
So I was told Laguna Acoma won by 2 points. So if we win here tonight, we'll play Laguna Acoma here next Tuesday.
Laguna.
Number
22, once again, she looks for a very long time. Awkward stance. She shoots and makes it. So the score is 38-61 here with a minute and 4 seconds left. So
Denise
McBee comes
Rangel.
off the court. Denise Rangel comes back on the court. So for now, Eunice has Morin, Rangel, Howler, Castillo, and Jones on the court. Number 22 looks, shoots, and makes both shots. Denise Castillo throws it into Jones. Jones turns and burns. With the minute, 59 seconds left, I cannot see the court because the players. Denise has the ball. She fights to 2 people. Dribbles around, throws it back over to Jones. Jones has the ball on top of the key. A hard dribble, and what are they going to call? I cannot see the ref.
They called a foul, so that'll send Jones to the free throw line.
So Jones be going to the free throw. Number 11 fouled her from Pecos. And Jones goes to the free throw line. That being said, shout out to BTH Service and Rentals, Parker Energy Service.
So Jones will go to the free throw line. 61-39.
Nice follow through. Oh, rattles around, but it dropped right in. They have Denise come all the way back. So we'll get a sub coming in. She's coming in for the shooter, they said. 50 seconds left here in the game in the fourth quarter. Jones dribbles, shoots, and it is short. And no whistle is blown until just now. So the score remains 62-39 here in the fourth quarter. Pecos gets the ball, they throw it in. Number 11 brings the ball down. Cool, calm, and collective. They throw it over to 22. Back to number 3. Looks around. Back over to 22. She dribble drives. Out to number 11. 37 seconds left. She dribble drives, goes up. She misses, rebounded by Denise. Ball's put on the floor. Denise dribbles around. Gives the ball to Maureen, but she is fouled before she got rid of it. Right now it's going to be a fouling game. The next 20 seconds are going to last like 90 seconds.
Yeah, you know, when it's a 20-some-odd point game, yeah, why get up there and hammer people?
I concur. So Denise goes to the free throw line. This is her first time at the free throw line tonight, correct?
No.
Okay. She dribbles, looks, shoots, and she hits the front of the rim.
Yeah, she's 0 for 2 right now. She got a chance at an and one earlier.
I stand corrected. So Denise gets the ball, dribbles, spins the ball, looks, shoots. It looks pretty. Bounced in the basket. Start the clock. 28 seconds left. Number 11 brings the ball up for Pecos. She looks around. She dribble drives. Do not foul. She goes into a bunch of traffic to Howler and to Castillo. And they're going to give it to, and once again, that stops the clock, man.
Yeah.
To number 45 to Castillo. So number 11 is going to get to shoot some free throws. She spins the ball, dribbles it. Hard dribble. She's a left-handed shooter, shoots it, and it rattles in. And that was free throws brought to you by Herrera's Oilfield, City of Eunice, The Auto Shop, Redbird Gas, Park Energy Service, BTH Service, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools. Shoots, makes the second one. That is also brought to you by IPS, Lasco Construction, R316, Excel Energy. Denise brings the ball down. She throws it to McBee. 15 seconds left, and she loses the ball. And they make it a jump ball, so it's going to be on Eunice's ball with 12 seconds left. And Eunice is going to have a victory tonight. The score is 63-41 in the fourth quarter. And Eunice going to be throwing the ball in on the left-hand side. She slaps the ball, Maureen. She looks around, has nobody open. She throws it down to Howler. They throw it away. And the ball's on the other side. Number 22 comes and gets it. Throws it down. Number 11 steps back, shoots the ball, misses. Rebounded by 23. And she makes it in. So the score is 43-63 with 0 seconds left. And Eunice has won this ball game tonight here at the gymnasium. The crowd goes wild. The final score was 63-43 victory over Pecos.
Yeah, some quick numbers. Denise Rangel with 11 points on the game. Alina Rodriguez with 12. Isabella Garrett with 3. Jasmine Martinez with 2. Chloe Jones with 16. And Caitlin Parsons with 19. So big games for those ladies. These two teams will move on. Looks like they'll be playing Laguna at the next round. So thank you very much for listening. Any thoughts?
No, sir. Remember,
All
Tuesday
right.
of next week.
Tuesday of next week, we'll be back. Thank you for listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports and the New Mexico Activities Association State Basketball Tournament. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.